All right, we're starting at the entrance to the basement. Yes, the basement needs to be painted. Yes, the walls are dirty, and yes, the clutter starts as soon as you get to the first landing. So let's do it. And I'm carrying packages with me downstairs, so I'm trying not to get too shaky. This is a this is a monitor that I purchased on October Prime Day. It was really cheap, and so of course I haven't taken out the box or set it up yet, but and a few other little odds and ends of things that I just have not opened, or that's going to be the story of the day, right? Everything that I have has not been opened or organized, so just get ready for the madness. And I don't want to film going down here just yet because the lights are not on. All right, give me a second. All right, now the lights are on. Again, this is a total before tour, right? So this is like, please subscribe so that you can see what this looks like when we get done with everything. Although it's probably going to be a year in the making, just so you know, it ain't going to be like a one-day thing. Anyway, this is some fabric that has stains on it that needs to be washed, so it's at the bottom because it needs to go upstairs to the laundry room to be washed. These are just boxes of items that have made it downstairs but didn't make it any farther because I did not know where to put them, and so that's it. That's a box of Fisher-Price toys. There's my piano. This is some storage with nothing in it. This is one of my latest thrift hauls from Goodwill that I did not know, again, what to do with it or where to put it. So it just, oh, you keep it there. All right, moving to bedroom number 1. Let's turn this light on, and I can't do it without reaching behind me. Hold on. Hold on. Oh man, the freaking light is out. Crap. All right, well, you're gonna have to get a darkened version of this. I'll have to do it again another day because all that is sewing patterns in those Ikeas, and I'm sorry about the light, but it apparently has burned out. Junk that needs to be cleaned up. This is a total junk room. All right, I bet you I could show you the closet. There's a light in the closet. If this light doesn't come on, then I know that a whole thing is out. Okay, working. All right, these are going to eventually go down because they're just a bunch of cords and stuff, like little items that I have put in these jewelry separators or these shoe separators, but right now they're taking up more space, and I need the space. We got some clothes over here. We got mostly just t-shirts, a few clothes that my daughter has picked up from Goodwill, and then this is fabric. Fabric. All this fabric is apparel fabric, so it's like stretchy and stuff like that. None of the quilting fabric. So that's left over for another day. All right, moving on. All right, now we are heading out of the bedroom, that dark bedroom. This is mostly, it's just stuff. I hate to say it. It needs to be organized because what's in there is just stuff that I shoved to get out of the way so that it would be wouldn't be unsightly. There is a lot of yarn. So, and I need to just have some whatnot shows and sell all my yarn. All right, moving on to leftover Halloween fabric that needs to be put away and saved until next year. A Christmas sweater that I washed and set out to dry, and then it never got sold before Christmas, and it is now January. So, there you go. I will show you, the last thing I'm going to show you is my whatnot show that I have set up for tonight. All right, lights, let there be light. All right, this is all finished. This is all the finished part of the basement. So that is a little bookshelf that's got some books and some plates and stuff. We're getting ready to have a coat show next week, jackets and coats, and so we have set, let me get past here, sorry. We have set up the coat rack, literally the coat rack, so that we can have our coat show. I don't know if anybody's going to buy them or not. I don't know. That's some clothes that I've got from an estate sale that needs to be inventoried and pictured and put up on eBay. This next part of the room, of the basement, is going to be a disaster area, just letting you know. We have cleared off this area so that we can figure out what we're going to put in there, but we don't know what's going there yet. Again, disaster. Disaster, just containers and boxes, mostly sewing stuff, and then other shirts, t-shirts, 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 sewing stuff, some leftover scrubs. This is my picture taking area, so there you see the lights, and then we have hooks on the wall so that we've got a scrub top there and a scrub bottom there, so that was the last one that we took. This currently is my sewing area, but it is going to be moved because it's taking up too much space. It's going to go into the other room eventually, so that's not going to stay. More just junk that needs to be organized and put away. These are a bunch of painting reprints that are up on eBay right now that are not selling and not getting much interest, and so if they don't sell in the next couple months, we're going to give them back to Goodwill. So again, more junk and stuff that needs to be organized. So if you have a lot of anxiety over clutter and junk, you probably don't want to watch this video watch the video that shows, you know, that we're done. All right, let me turn this light on also. This is the toy room and the t-shirt making area, which we're not making any t-shirts right now because the toys are overflowing over here. But we have our brand new machine right here, our Roland printer cutter that has not even been plugged in yet, so we're just waiting. And then I've got my t-shirt press, I've got my Cricut Maker cutter, I've got my sublimation printer that has not even had the tape taken off of it yet. There's a hat press over there. So that's basically our t-shirt making stations. All the blank t-shirts are over here by size and on the other side. Then this is a bunch of vinyl, and that's a bunch of vinyl under there. This is a bunch of vinyl too, but it's not the vinyl you print on. It's the vinyl that you use to sew together wallets and bags and stuff. This is a bunch of stuff left over from when I left my teaching job, which was 3 months ago, and it's still sitting here. This is my 15 needle embroidery machine that also can be used to make shirts and clothing and things like that. And then this is all the supplies that go with it, all the supplies that go with that. This is a bunch of tulle, which is a sewing type of material. And we were talking about toys. So this is the stairs where I came down in the very beginning. So I just made a big circle loop. All these are toys that need to be, they've kind of been separated and they're in these little bins, but they need to be organized a little bit more and then put, here is all the Fisher-Price toys. Here are the bases and stuff across the top. And then here are the little pieces and parts and toys and people and all that stuff. And it's not quite organized exactly, but it's fairly organized. Like we probably have to organize a little better, but for the most part, like these are toilets and bathtubs, people, farm animals and zoo animals, non-Fisher-Price or later Fisher-Price. That's like a, you know, miscellaneous. It's rocking horses, high chairs. So you can see some of it's a little more organized than others, but this is a work in progress, and this is the thing that we worked on last time my sister came to help me. So we're not done yet, as you can see, because we still have to do all of these, but that's going to be all that's left. And this. But wait, there's more. All right, now that's the rest of the finished area. Now let's go to the unfinished area. Again, mess, but it's an organized chaos here, guys. All right, so we did get a Gaylord of movies and CDs and DVDs for $150, and it was like almost 400 pounds. So it's these bags here. As you can see, how many, there's probably 1,100 or something like that. These bags here, this bag here, this bag here, another bag, another bag, another bag, and another bag. And there might even be a few more, I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, those are, we haven't even begun to sell them yet. A bunch of games that I picked up from Goodwill on my last pickup. This is leftover Christmas stuff from our Christmas show that did not sell, so we're gonna have to put that away. All of this is my stuffed animals / Squishmallow collection that hasn't been selling very well, so I think I'm just gonna try to get rid of it for rock bottom prices and just not sell any more Squishmallows because they are a flooded market and the bubble's about to burst, I think. Some more Fisher-Price toys, some more Fisher-Price toys, some packing materials. Sewing machines, these are all featherweight sewing machines. You can't see behind there, but there's about 12 of those. They just need to be restored or cleaned and then sold. These are empty bolts that I'm going to bundle up in groups of 5 and sell those for people who want to put their fabric on bolts. This is the rest of the scrubs that have not been pictured or put up on eBay yet. Most of them are, but these are the last ones. So these are the XXL, the 3XL, and the 4XL, and the 5X. This is my water. This is like where the air conditioner and the water pump and all that stuff is. All right, getting into more electronics and junk. All right, so there's like keyboards and electronic stuff and things that I've picked up from Goodwills, sewing machines, some toys, some legs from IKEA tables that have been taken apart. All of this is just boxes that we can use for shipping. This is some display metal for fabric. So I'm not using, that was when I had my fabric store. I'm not going to be using those anymore, so I probably will sell them, but they're kind of heavy, so I probably won't ship them. But these and those up there, those are also metal fabric holders that I just won't be using because I don't even put things on bolts anymore. Then my sewing machine collection. So we've got sewing machines all along here. These are all vintage. Some are modern, but most of them are vintage. It's hard to tell because they're covered up, but there's another full one there. There's another full one here. There's another full one here. And there's another full one here. I think I have about 120 to 150 sewing machines. And you can see now that I've run out of space and have picked up a few more. And so it's time to start getting rid of them because I can't just collect them forever. All right, more t-shirts, all t-shirts. More fabric scraps and sewing stuff, so that I'm going to be selling very soon because fabric is what's selling the most on Whatnot. So I just need to get that stuff out and get it prepared. My husband does this for me. He's bundling up the bolts in groups of 5 so that I can sell those. Those are the tall bolts that are 30 inches, and then the smaller bolts that hold the quilting cottons are 22 inches, I think. More clothes and some other stuff, some sporting goods and some bunch of golf clubs and some skis that I got from Goodwill. More clothes, some more just trinkets and junk that I picked up at an estate sale. Behind here in this cubby here is a bunch of sewing items. So let's see. Salvation Army clothes that I picked up, a doll that I picked up at an estate sale. These records I also picked up from that same estate sale. These bins contained the Fisher-Price toys that we took out, so we've emptied out those. Some paintings that I got from Goodwill. Leftover sewing materials and things that I need to go through and either get rid of or sell or whatever. These are all the scrubs. We've actually taken the scrubs and taken pictures of them and lotted them together in 1 to 3 pieces each and then numbered them and put them up on eBay. So they're currently for sale on eBay. Yay. We want our whole store to be organized like this eventually, right? It's a work in progress. These are all clothes that I've picked up from Goodwill in my last few trips. There's a Harley Davidson motorcycle seat. There's just some games, boxes, some shoes, more games, just, things that I've gotten from Goodwill in my last few hauls. All of this is my Christmas stuff that we tried to sell, but we were just getting started in selling, and we just didn't really have a good customer base yet. And so we didn't sell very much Christmas stuff, so we just boxed it all up. And so all of this is Christmas. This is my cute little refrigerator that I just want to get it plugged in so I can put my drinks and stuff in it. More CDs from that estate sale. More junk from an estate sale. Estate sale. And there we go. And a Barbie, what do you call those? A Barbie jet, jumbo jet or whatever. And then some jewelry from an estate sale. And I think that's about it, guys. There's only one room left that I haven't showed you, and I'm going to set it up first and get it ready for my whatnot sale that I'm getting ready, whatnot show that I'm getting ready to do at 7 o'clock, which is in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to show you what the setup for the show looks like. And again, my sister comes once a week, and in between that time, I'm just in here working. And I know it looks terrible, but there's little pockets of organization inside of the larger, the bigger picture is that that nothing looks organized, but it's all kind of organized by type, so we just have to get it better put away, and so that we can walk through these areas. And like I said, this is about a year project for us. And so I want you to subscribe so that you can watch, and we will update you as we go, and you can see how things start to improve. Those are a bunch of irons, old-fashioned vintage irons that I need to get up and sell. So I have these little collections of things. All right, let's turn the light off and go back to the main area. All right, now once I get my whatnot show set up done, I'll show you that one, and then we'll get to it, and then I'll let you know what I made for sales. So again, I know it's a bunch of chaos, but there's a method to our madness, and we will get this fixed and organized. But we figure it's going to take us, our goal is to get it done by the end of 2025, and right now it's January 2nd. So perfect timing. All right. Okay, I promised to show you my setup for my whatnot show for my fabric, but I ran out of time. And so the show started before I had a chance to show you my setup. So I started running my show. And if you do whatnot, you would know what I'm talking about. But I got rated like almost at the end of my show. Like 47 people came into my show, and I was down to like the last 3 pieces of fabric. So I pulled out a couple more boxes, and people were like, "You got more? You got more? You got more?" So I, as you can see here, I sold all of this. All of it. Now, I will be cutting pieces off of this, so I'll be able to resell whatever's left on those pieces. But like, I sold all of this, and I sold all of what's in there. And if you will take a look, this is kind of messy, but look. All I have down here is like one more box of fabric under here. This is Christmas fabric, so I can't sell that because it's January. Nothing. There's a couple of pieces left under there, and that's it. Oh, I got another box right here. One more box right here. That is all. That's barely a show's worth. And I have 2 shows scheduled for next week. So basically they cleaned me out of my fabric inventory. And I have another order coming in, but it's not going to be here for over a week. So, and I have 2 shows next week. So I know I have enough fabric for 1 show. So I think I'm going to have to change my other show to a different type of fabric and hope for the best, or do some yarn or something. But anyway, so this is what I do. I set up these boxes, and then I pull the fabric out, and you see I put my phone right here, and it just points down, and it shows right here on the table. And so I just put the thing right here, and the camera shows on the fabric. I don't put my face in it. And like these, I did 1 yard cuts, and so I have to cut these yards off and then keep the rest. And then all of these pieces, the whole piece, I sold the whole piece. So all this is sold, all this is sold, all these whole pieces sold. And then over here, these are 1/2 yard cuts. All of those sold, all of those sold, all of those sold. So everything sold except for all I did on these was sell 1 yard. So like this, if you'll look here, to give you an idea, this is 4 yards and 21 inches. So I'll cut a yard off of that, and I'll still have 3 yards and some left. And so I will still have a piece that I can sell off of for next time. But the problem is the people who bought all this stuff has already seen it. So they're going to see the same fabric next time. And that's what I don't like. I don't like for them to see the same fabrics over and over again. So anyway, so that's my fabric business. And apparently, I need to step up and start buying more. Because I'm selling out and I'm not able to replenish. I'm not ordering fast enough to replenish. So I got to start ordering more and more frequently. So anyway, that's my setup. Now I'm going to, it's 9:30, 9:40. And, I already scheduled for the pickup for tomorrow because I already know how many packages this makes up, 18 to 20 packages. But I have to cut all these yards, and I started the show at 7 and it didn't get over till 9:30. So it was a long show. Anyway, I don't feel like cutting and packing tonight, so I'm just going to get up tomorrow and do it. And then my mail lady will just pick it up because she doesn't get to our house till about 1 or 2 o'clock. So anyway, I will film a little bit of me packing this up tomorrow in fast motion just so you can get an idea. But other than that, that's us. That's Sister Thrifters. This is my part of it, and my sister was not here to help me because she is only here once a week for now. Anyway, make sure to subscribe so that you can see how our business is growing and going, and you can watch as we get this fabric and this basement organized and up and running. All right, thanks. Bye. I promised that I would show you my packing and shipping. I got up and I realized that the method that I used yesterday was not quite as I needed it to be. And so I ended up having to watch the entire show over again to make sure everybody got their pieces. So I'm basically at the tail end, so I'll do a little fast motion to let you see the rest of it, but I'm down to the last... I'm down to the last 10 orders, and they're easy because there's not much left, so I can match it all up to the numbers. Anyway, let's finish this up.